How to lead yourself through life's big shifts. I used to think that getting through life's big changes was all about being capable. If I worked harder, planned better, stayed motivated, I could handle anything. The truth? The more I went through my own twists and turns, when plans fell apart, relationships shifted, I did not even recognize who I was. And I understood it's all about how you hold yourself steady when the ground beneath you feels shaky. That's what TQ, Transitional Quotient, is all about. This isn't some fancy concept, it's your ability to stay grounded, adapt, and lead yourself through those messy, in between spaces when life feels uncertain. The thing is, transitions don't just change our circumstances, they shake our identity. They may ask you, who am I now that the old chapter's gone? And let's be honest, the space in between, it's uncomfortable, it's disorienting. Most people I work with do not lack capability. What they really need is a way to steady themselves when life feels like it's unraveling. That's where TQ comes in. So, what exactly is your transitional quotient? It's basically your ability to understand that changes in life can be opportunities for growth. The middle is the hardest part, isn't it? The old has fallen away, but the new hasn't fully arrived yet. And in that space, your inner critic loves to take over. High TQ doesn't mean you have to know all the answers. It means you can keep yourself calm and clear enough to know what's next. I was working with a client recently who was caught in what felt like the perfect storm. Going through a messy divorce, career had fallen apart, health fragile, migraines. She'd moved back in with her parents while raising 3 children on her own. At one point, she said to me, "It is so hard to say anything kind to myself about my life choices, my patterns, my decisions." I could feel the weight of that. Yes, her circumstances had changed, but more importantly, her entire sense of self being was shaken. And then there was the inner critic, the voice that kept pulling her into these rabbit holes of blame, anger, shame, the voice that wanted her stay chained to her mistakes instead of imagining what could be different. Here's what I told her, and maybe it's something you need to hear today. During mega transitions, the first thing you need is kindness towards yourself, not perfection, not a 10-step plan, just a little softness for the part of you that's trying to survive. Then comes your support network, the people who can hold you steady when you can't hold yourself steady. And then will come coping strategies and fresh awareness, the tools, the techniques that help you redirect that inner critic when it tries to drag you back into old loops. Because in transitions, you don't need motivation. You need safety. You need people. You need yourself. One thing I've learned, your inner voice can't just show up when life is calm. It has to be there when things feel stormy. Here's the truth. It's not about how loud your inner voice is. It's about how often you choose to listen to it. And if I'm being honest, there's still so much practice for me. The good news, listening to yourself is a skill. Like any skill, it's something you can strengthen. Okay, so how do you raise your TQ? Here are 3 small but powerful practices. First, build adaptability muscles. Try doing a couple of things differently. Take a new route to work, switch up your morning ritual, say yes to something that might stretch you. Stick to these for a while. These tiny shifts train your brain and let you know you can handle change. 2. Strengthen coping strategies. Find your reset button. For me, it's placing a hand on my heart and asking, what do I need in this moment? For you, it could be breath work, 5-minute walk, so many other modalities. There's EFT, there's the Ho'oponopono prayer. Reach out to experts. There's so much support out here. 3. Create a support system. Surround yourself with steady voices, loving voices. One person, one friend, a community that reminds you of who you are when you forget. If you're in a season of transition right now, I want you to hear this. You aren't lost. You're not failing. You're in between identities. And sometimes this is a good thing, a great thing. You're in the process of becoming the next truest version of yourself. Transitions aren't here to break you. They're here to reveal you. If this spoke to you, subscribe for more practices like this.